What is moist biscuits versus soggy cookies? Lobster, start us out.
I'm about to get carried. This is just a fun stream, just for fun.
All right. So, how long until that gets banned?
I'm gonna say third ban. I'm calling third ban. That's what I'm doing. How many chats? What's up, guys? Oh, Phantom of Temp. I did invite you.
Cass didn't ban in a while. Banning the Jin. Okay, so nobody gets honorable mentions. Sadness. Report Lord Reeves for banning my. Let's see. So, there's this champion that sometimes gets played top, but sometimes gets played in the bottom lane.
Now that is
I
on
don't.
Fat Neckbeard's side. Zach.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Third pick incorrect.
There's no turning
The
back.
third ban. Okay, there's that early ban.
Ban. I was wondering about that.
Officers also played Graves top lane, but it wasn't too quite as the same effect. We'll see if he decides to pull that out this game or not, because I doubt that Zach is gonna.
I didn't say it this time. You can't yell at me. I didn't say it.
I just want to see Klobster on some of these other champions, so I'm really excited to.
I want to see Klobster play a champion where it's supposed to be played. I still haven't seen that yet.
Vortex, I didn't say nothing, dude. Didn't say.
Not deny me.
Sorry, I'm typing back and forth. So it's a Syndra first pick by DJ. That would be awesome. Syndra is such a good champion at one-shotting. Zach is open as well. Okay.
Yeah, Nivea locked in. Let's see some of this master tier of Nivea.
That is confident. Now again, his ranking actually switched to gold right before we started the game, which I thought was a little change. I don't know if it did it for you or if it freaked out. It might have just freaked out because there was all that switching back and forth.
I didn't see it.
Regardless, it is a potential Malzahar counter to the Nivea. It is.
Okay. Is Malzahar a counter to Nivea?
I think.
I mean, the silence definitely shuts down her ultimate, which is a nice.
And
but then again, her ultimate also eats Malzahar's voidlings. So
the voidlings are a good response for the wave pressure, because voidlings can clear waves pretty decently. So I think
it's more malefic visions.
Well, yeah. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. Maybe it's not necessarily a super strong counter, but rather just a counter that Lord Reeves feels comfortable playing into. So we'll see if that goes down. We do have a Thresh picked up, which makes me so happy because I love Thresh. I mean Thresh. You can look at all my games; they're all Thresh because Thresh is just incredible at engaging, disengaging, shielding, team fighting, lack of team fight picking. He's just really good at everything. So you see him so often played in the LCS. He's not quite worth the ban, but Blue 87, raise your hyperkinetic position reversers. And I think you're new tonight. Somebody is praising the Urgot, and I love it. Love it. Lobster picking up the Galio for the top lane. No, that's a Nivea top lane versus a Galio mid lane. Okay, there's that teleport pick up in the support or the spells. I was questioning about that. So we do have another Lucian as well versus a Twitch. Talk about the AD in the bottom lane because Twitch has some serious scaling, but Lucian, you talked about the dueling potential in the last game.
The dueling potential between. Oh my lord. Okay, I haven't been looking.
Well, no, I'm just.
There's the Zach ban.
Okay, fourth ban. You were almost right. So Thresh and Twitch. So early game, or Twitch doesn't want to deal or duel with, except with the exception of one. What most people don't know about Twitch is he has one of the strongest level 1s of any ADC, simply because of the stack.
Presence of scum.
Hold on a second. They banned the Urgod. What kind of a curse does that incur?
I was about to say, does Fat Neckbeards want to win? You don't ban the Urgod.
Oh my gosh, the wrath has been brought down upon them. Master Tier, no, I don't know if they can pull this one out. Banning the Urgot, no way, guys.
That's like just giving the enemy team a free Baron at that point, because...
Oh.
All right, we'll have to see how this game goes. They are pulling out all the
enemy
stops.
Enemy Nexus Tower, the Fountain Tower, is going to gain movement speed, and it's...
That would be pretty intense.
Would be intense. It's not going to happen, but I would really like it. That's some beta League of Legends.
Now we do also have a Heimerdinger Baron. Heimer's decently strong in team fights, but he just hardly ever gets played.
Who? The Galio?
No, the Heimerdinger ban.
I think they're just throwaway bans now.
Maybe.
Pretty sure. So anyway, back to the bottom lane trading. Twitch has one of the strongest level 1s of any AD.
Jungle Teemo? I doubt it. He's going a different jungle. There it is, the Nautilus jungle. Not too surprising that. It's a good combo with Lucian. We saw him a lot in Season 6. Just really good CC because he's got the slow. The other thing that's really nice about Nautilus is when he uses that Riptide, not only does it slow people around him, but it also has generally mid to late game enough damage that you can clear a lot of the minions, allowing something like a Lucian Culling to just go all on the enemy team. Where they're going to try to avoid the minions, you can just slow them, you can hook them, you can ult them, knock them in the air, and Lucian's just going to go all the damage. I also love the Lulu support coming in because there's so much damage and pick potential with the Darius Thresh that Lulu should be able to negate a lot of that. This is going to be an intense game. I can already tell.
All right, I'm loving the respect from DJ Yasin picking up the Malzahar. Really respecting the lockdown potential that Malzahar brings to the table and just paying the Malz tax, as they used to say in the LCS. Malzahar has his ultimate, so there's no way that you can get away from it without either buying a QSS or taking cleanse. In the mid lane, Nivea's elected to take cleanse. So I guess win conditions, both teams. Actually, beforehand, would you like to run down the list of the people?
Yes, as we get into the final game here. Sorry, I just keep reading Phantom's messages that he's sending me. So, this game's just nuts, but I'm gonna read Masters Overrated. I'll tell you why afterwards. So, Malzahar being played by Lord Revis in the mid lane, Insania taking Thresh in the bot lane support, Blues 87 taking Twitch in the 80 carry role, Muttrat with the Warwick in the jungle, and Slashfire 90 on the Darius in the top lane for Masters is Overrated. Take it away for Fat Neckbeards.
Well, it looks like Fat Neckbeards has D-Day Y-Forcin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that or not, but taking the Anivia in the middle lane. Lobster with the Galio, oh my lord, playing right lane, going top with that sucker. Then Zephyr GB bottom lane. Geeky Asian taking Nautilus into the jungle, and a Foreman E-Grill taking Lulu in the bottom lane. Gets on best name ever. That you were overrated. Any reason?
All right, say that again because you cut out for a second.
Okay, I was gonna. You said you were picking overrated to win.
Right. Okay. So part of the reason why is that the Thresh Twitch combo bottom lane, if they start to get a little bit ahead, can definitely start to carry away the game. Twitch late game is going to be super strong. Malzahar's ultimate just to CC should be good enough. It's really going to hinge heavily on this Darius in the top lane. I don't think Darius needs to get kills. I think he just needs to stay alive and not feed and just get his farm up, which Darius, especially with his cleave, should be able to semi-decently. Until you get to the level 6s, you can start doing teleport roam ganks. That's another thing I'd love to see is more top lane participation in the laning phase. Because when you hit 6 on a Darius and you teleport to the bot lane behind enemy lines, again, a reason to keep your ward line up, you are going to decimate a Lulu or Lucian. Again, your ult on a Lulu is just going to...
That's funny because one of his moves is actually called Decimate.
That's the point. And the other thing is that I know that Muttred's quote-unquote skill level isn't super high, but all of the lanes should do decent for Masters is Overrated until the Warwick can hit level 6 or some of these get a little bit farmed up, and the ult is something that's almost a point and click, and so that duress, there's just so much super hard CC with Masters Overrated. If they get a little bit behind, they should be able to get picks, and so I think they're going to take it in the late game.
Okay, so late game scaling, I do want to give probably the best AD carry in 5 seconds when he presses R. I have to give to not Masters over
Fat neckbeards.
I would just want to root for Fat.
Just because of the name.
Yeah, but I have to give it to them just because of the super high lockdown potential. AoE CC Nautilus, which is a point and click ultimate. Warwick's is kind of difficult. It's easy to hit in a 1v1 scenario where you're just running at the guy, but through 5 members where it hits the first target, it can be pretty difficult to land in duress onto a priority target. But I mean, Nautilus ultimate, your tank walk up and press R, and then this depth charge just goes boom, 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 like the sound of impending doom. The air. Then Yasuo appears out of nowhere. Wait, there's not even a Yasuo in this game. Too bad. He comes out of like the jungle or something. You ban the God, anything.
But that's when the Teemo shows up and blinds the Yasuo and says, "This game is in Teemo's hands."
But then Yasuo pulls off his mask and reveals himself to be Lee Sin. Is like, sucker, I'm already blind. What you gonna do about that?
And that's when Teemo removes the mask and he's actually Freak, and he freaks out the enemy team, and Masters is Overrated wins.
Okay, so meme side. Let me finish my.
Dude, you keep cutting out. I'm only getting like every 4th word that you're saying.
That is depressing. I'm so sorry. So you have Anivia, Galio, Nautilus, AoE potential, 5-man taunt, a 5-man heroes, Nautilus ultimate, Nautilus lockdown with his auto attacks and with his anchor, AoE slow, all happening on top of this Anivia glacial storm and the wall to keep them in place. Bonus damage coming. And then you also, it's not even counting the Lucian, who, while I do hate, is more of an early game duelist type champion. He does have Lulu to amp his damage, especially if Lulu ends up Ardent Sensor. And he's not going to be under as much pressure when they have to be dealing with wide type stuff. So you're right. I think Twitch does have the late game scaling, and if you deal with Twitch, they're going to have problems. But I think just the 5-man team fight coming out of Fat Neckbeards, I love saying that, is just so powerful that if they don't lose lane, so every 4th word you probably just hear.
Yeah, just about. We got a good portion of it, but not all of it. However, we did finally break through the gray screen of death and are loading into the game now. So
click on does it have movement speed? Is the Urgod coming for them?
Oh, you're actually loaded into the game. We're still in the loading screen.
People.
I couldn't even hear what you said. We are sitting in the loaded screen right now. The computer's just running a little hot. Don't worry, we will get into the game in just a second, and we are only missing the early sit around unless Thresh decided to jump into it. So yes, don't worry, Briar. We are getting into the game, taking a little bit of time. You can actually see that 0% loaded on everybody. I'm not exactly sure why it's taking so long to load, as the other games have been pretty clean and pretty quick to jump in. But we are just gonna chill for a minute. Again, as a couple people are doing, hashtag team that you support, hashtag MIO if you support Masters of Grid.
Oh, I don't want to spoil this. This is the funniest thing ever.
I can't see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we are in game now. Whew, we just
I'm
made
gonna
it. Five-man
rewind
invade.
all the way back to the beginning.
No, I'm not at the beginning. I think I'm live. As yes, both lane. Wow, both teams have anti-invaded each other.
It's the funniest thing ever. They're just what's your
That's impressive. I should just be live. I think I'm just live. So just jump to live. As yeah, red team is collected. They've got double wards in here, so that means they're winning. Darius is top lane. Okay, that actually gives a little bit of an advantage to Masters Overrated, as I need to switch over to the main game screen. There we go. And Galio. Okay, there's another thing. Is that will they see Galio? Ah, okay. No, they just pinged. I don't think either team knows what the other team is yet. And Nivea's breaking off to head towards the mid lane, but that means that the Malzahar should lose a little bit of farm. Darius is going to make it top lane. Okay, they did see Galio walk through. Now red team's pinging. There you go. You see them ping the other team blue buff, so they do know where the other team is. This is going to be crazy when the bot lanes meet up.
that you're on the wrong side. Well, so are you.
Yeah, this is okay. So they get a little damage, but Nautilus is here. So is Warwick. The red buff is down. There's a nice flight. Can they get the damage? The ignite already burnt onto Lucian. Muttrat trying to get in, use the red buff as he can. Finally gets the slows onto the Nautilus, and they're back out. But Twitch uses the heal really, really early. So both summoners used on both 80 carries, and otherwise the ignite used on Thresh. Otherwise, that's about it. And both teams back off, but Twitch did get advantage towards the mid lane, so Will starts to stack up farm. That's actually pretty big against the Lucian, who had to be. So he didn't really pick up
Early
anything.
pressure too.
I think he was just able to get a potion. It's going to be it, as Lulu also gets down. So XP definitely in favor of Masters Overrated in the early side at that bottom.
Yeah, that hurts the aggressive lane, the ones who really up in your face with the Lucian, because he's not going to be able to abuse his early power spikes.
Yeah, and I'm also going to call out both ADCs for just a second on the fact that neither of them used potions. I don't care what situation that you're in, unless you really know that you are going to win, and you use the potions, you just use the potions at the beginning of the fight, always, and it's just super, super helpful. You might have had enough health to actually continue the fight in that bottom lane, but the flash used by Gallia keep himself alive in that top lane. The bleed stacks are nuts. Lose 87. We continue try to push in the bottom lane. 16 farmed 3 is just huge. Level 3 to level 1 on the Lucian, and Dash is going to keep stacking up as Malzahar takes a little bit of damage in the mid lane. Nice
But
balance.
trades it back nicely.
Yes. So as I was saying, it just should be instinct. Oh, sorry, Nautilus ganking onto the top lane here. I think that is going to be a dead Darius. There's not much that he can do to get out of that one. He flashes out of the side, but that is why he's just going to get autoed down. The Nautilus puts down a ward. Ooh, no, he's buying time. Warwick is here. Darius is alive. What on
Warwick
earth?
runs in, smites him in.
Muttrat making the moves, went to the top lane just to get Darius to safety. I love that, as the hook from Nautilus was about up, and that could have been death. Also, Insomnia on these auto attacks, and really nicely. You don't usually see this by the Threshers, but just getting a little bit of auto attack damage is pretty good.
That was a
Now,
good sidestep by Zephyr.
yes, very much indeed. Flay also
Okay,
going
they need to go
miss.
aggressive right now. Both of the Thresh's main skills down.
Looks
That
aren't going to go super
It's
aggressive.
trading based on cooldowns, and you really want to go aggressive when Thresh has particularly long cooldowns and very hard CC in the early game. So if you can bait out both of those spells, especially for no cost, then you have the ability. Thresh basically becomes a minion, dealing about the same amount of damage.
Witch getting a bunch chunked down there. Top lane, we still see these two back and forth. But in the bot lane, Thresh gets a hook onto the Lulu. Isn't going to be enough. Death sentence not quite going to go down. Ah, the Twitch takes the lantern, and Lucian picks the first blood. And there goes all the pressure in that bottom lane. Lulu with
Watch
some
for
great
the
shields.
minions, buddy.
Could trade the kills back, as Zephyr is going to get very low health, but so is that Thresh. Gonna have to immediately back off of that one. Had Ignite available, but just couldn't quite make it worthwhile to throw the Ignite down, especially with Lulu still around. Could just shield Lulu. So
This Lucian just spamming the Mastery 7. So tilting.
First blood over to fat neckbeards, but the pressure is still pretty heavily in Twitch's favor. Now, Twitch is going to get back, but I
Neckbeards.
think
Level
Lucian's
6.
going to have the opportunity first. But he's got no
Deviation is
mana.
somehow level 3.
Yeah, he is a level behind. Does Malzahar going to have to get this mana? Oh, throws down the ultimate. Is he going to be... Is that... Oh. No, I didn't think so.
Since he knew there was no kill pressure, he still has egg up.
Well, definitely a reason to back. I thought he was going to try to get it to the egg, like burn the egg passive, but didn't even have the damage for that. So just used it. It's a decently low cooldown. We're actually going to double check here real quick. About a minute and a half. And so he's going to clear this wave and then back and should have it back up next time.
Now this is going to give Geeky Asian the kind of CS and it's more importantly the XP that he needs. In order to oh, that was an excellent grab out of Flashfire, making it work.
Playing some really good Darius up in that top lane. That's what I'm talking about. Is he doesn't necessarily have to crush the laning phase. He's still down or about even in farm, but he's staying alive, hasn't died yet, and that is really crucial on this Darius. Again, still has teleport. No, does not, because he teleported back to lane. I'm sorry.
But I don't think that Darius like unless you get massively outplayed, never has kill pressure onto Darius. So I think it has to go the other way around. Darius does have to smash the lane in order to be a factor late game, and more importantly, to stop Galio from being a factor.
That is true. Shutting the Galio down is extremely important, especially because he does have that ultimate, which is going to Hero's Entry, going to make him easier to roam about the map faster. So Malzahar getting a little poked out of lane, and it'd be a nice clear on the control ward as well, though. And this is some good vision in this lane for Masters is Overrated, making sure they can see the jungle. Nivea is going to try to get a little bit of damage from Malzahar, but they're just going to go back to lane. Malzahar is winning in farm at the moment. Now that Nivea has ult, this could swing very heavily in the direction. That's where I wanted to come in. Even with First Blood, they're still even in gold, just because the Masters is Overrated farming is going pretty well. I'm surprised Call
Quick look at what Galio's first buy Ninja Tabby.
Gonna have the movement speed for sure. He's headed towards the mid lane. There's no wards on that top side of the jungle, so you can see Malzahar playing a little bit. Nice ward down to head back to lane.
Yeah, Thresh do well putting on.
Oh,
wait, we've got a Lantern gank in.
No, there's no work around though, so they're just gonna go in, and that is Twitch losing all of his health. Lucian forcing the flash. Zephyr GA just GB gonna do some piece damage. Warwick is coming around the side though. The hook's gonna land on a minion. No, that's not what you want. Warwick goes in with the blue buff on the Lulu. Will it be enough? There's the heal as well. The flash pulling Lucian in. The shield onto Twitch. Will it be enough? Not right. Gets the kill onto the Lulu. Twitch is so low health. As he gets the execute with the expunge. Blues 87 picks up a kill. 2 kills right back to Masters is Overrated on a great outplay in the bottom lane. You thought that it was over because they had burnt everything in the early flash on the Twitch, but instead Warwick comes from behind, and that ult still suspends you for so incredibly long.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage from this objective, but and Anivia is roaming down.
That's gonna be a fight. That's a nice ult starting it from the Malzahar. However, he's gonna get the ult from the Nautilus. No cleanse needed. They're just gonna get the stun on 2 as Warwick flashes to safety for a moment longer. They get the kill. The Malzahar picking that up. This is actually really big. Thresh right around the corner as well. The wall goes on the opposite side. She has been egged for him. Can they give the kill over to Malzahar? He has very low health, and the dragon is still poking away on Malzahar. No, they're gonna give it to Twitch, who just wants to execute. And the flash.
This is a flash out of that wouldn't have killed. That was a waste of a flash.
The respect. It's all about the respect.
Yeah,
right?
I want to look at this, and Nivea had cleansed up. Why didn't she cleanse the?
It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
If she cleansed out of the Malzahar ultimate, she
it's an entirely
a lot
different
more
fight.
damage down.
And now 2 kills
Flash.
on this Malzahar with a CS lead of 15. Gonna be backing very happy, sitting at 1,700 gold. In the top lane, gold is almost dead even as these two continue to whack away. They're dead even on minions as well. Neither one really getting a huge advantage.
Trading into the minions now, though. Klobster taking a very good trade for himself.
Yeah, that's actually something that Galio is a little bit better at wave clear than Darius, especially in these early. Ult has been used, and it's gonna get the knockup. Forces the flash out of the Darius. Klobster might have thought that he had the kill. Oh!
He does.
Warwick gonna pick this up.
Warwick got the kill. What?
There's a smite for the slow. Warwick gets the fear, will be enough, and finally picks it up, but that had to use everything to get that in the top lane. That was a really good taunt.
Yeah, taunted him out of the ultimate. Then, I think if he used Justice Punch away, then he lives.
He was very low on mana.
Yeah, no, but he used Justice Punch back toward Warwick to knock him.
That's
him
right.
up.
That is true.
I think if he uses Justice Punch away outside of the and to get himself outside of the fear, I think he lives.
True. Oh my gosh. This is why you
Do
need
it.
wards, people.
Do it.
This
Do
is why
it.
you need wards. Oh, Warwick picked it up anyway! The smite was early! And Warwick gets it with an auto! Twitch going in. There's the ultimate from the Darius. He's going in. Nice pull onto the Lucian of all people. He tries to get the Twitch, but that doesn't matter. Wild growth isn't going to be enough. Now they move on one stack of the damage. What's that called on Twitch?
His passive is Contaminate.
Contaminate. That's
He's
right.
Expunge.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about the Contaminate. One stack of Contaminate. So now they're going to try for the Ocean Drake again. Lord Reed's right around the corner. That is a great trinket use by the Nautilus to check to see if anyone is in that bush. Some of these plays are just really nice. And 6 kills with a dragon. That puts Masters Overrated 2,000 gold in the lead.
Have to give props to Slashfire on that TP. Their win condition is the Twitch ahead, they win the game. Or could win the game if he doesn't get zeroed out.
Which isn't super
lead
complicated.
The lead in the
Nautilus.
top lane from Klobster is a little bit concerning because the Darius should be beating Galio right now. And the more tanky that Galio gets, the harder and harder it's going to be for Darius with him.
Oh, Zephyr trying to stop the back from the Thresh. Oh, that's a great sidestep. And he's going to back off. Nautilus ult has been used, flays them away. Is he going to get to the Blast Cone in time? That is the question. Oh, he goes to the Crump and doesn't get able to follow it, but taken down before he can get through the hook. Great attempt there, play by the Thresh. The attempt is total. Hey, and they fixed those things changing when I hit A. I love it. Riot has so many things. Oh, now Twitch gonna be using the ultimate on... That is a very, Oh, he's gonna get culling right back. He's gonna stop just a couple fights. That's gonna be double ults being used on the Anivia. That's have the not have the egg. I'm sorry.
That's it. Do it. Suppresses can't be cleansed.
Suppresses can't be cleansed.
Yes.
Forgot about that.
That's what I've heard, but I didn't think it was true.
Apparently it is true.
Yeah,
Stuns
because
can be
I
cleansed,
can't think
but
of another reason that he would save cleanse. In that
Well, he
scenario.
did use cleanse, but still died.
It didn't remove anything.
I think it might have removed the fear, but Malzahar was already suppressing.
I was thinking more that he was just button mash.
Yeah, that may be. Fearful
That's what
button
I would
mashing,
be
but
doing in
Flash
that
was down. Don't you hate it when Flash is down and you're Flash?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't go anywhere. It sucks. Suppression
Yep.
cannot be cleansed. Thank you, Briar, for the confirming. It's in the tool.
Yeah,
Now,
I
couldn't it,
thought so.
at one point in time... Ooh, Malzahar almost finishing off
Yes.
his mid lane turret. Yeah, okay, so maybe just not staying up with the times on the patch. 7 kills to 3. So far, heavily in the lead. Masters Overrated. Twitch picking up the Blade of the Ruined King, so very strong item starting off. And this Nautilus just walking in with the red buff, forcing the Malzahar to flash over the wall. Twitch now jumping in on the Lucian. Will it be enough? Nice shield as well, keeping Twitch alive for a moment longer with the wild growth. Lucian gets the outplay. Insomnia on the run. Probably not going to be enough. The wild growth Lucian, he's going to have Relentless Pursuit up in just a moment. And there he is. It's going to get hooked underneath the tower. No flay available yet. There it is. And he actually gets the outplay. However, Nivea's here, and that's going to be a dead Thresh for sure. Nautilus didn't do anything, but flashes the swag anyway. Malzahar got the mid lane turret in the meantime. Are you there? Great.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you're just watching.
Yeah. The outplay from Anivia or rather the execute from Anivia in the bottom lane is pretty important because it's actually more of a big deal to have those kills onto Anivia, who will be the late game carry.
Yeah,
rather
nice
than
Nautilus
Lucian.
ult, and now the suppression onto Anivia. Will it be enough? Mutt getting the fear, but now he is 1v3. The wall gonna force him to run the long way around. He's got the slow, he's got the stun, he's got the flash. Don't think it will be enough. Oh, the shield from the Thresh just out of range. He's desperately trying to get to that in time. Around the corner, but I don't think he wants to 1v3 either. He is going to pull the Nautilus over the wall, and Samia is here going to not get the hook. Pixels out of the way as the Nautilus shows that he does have that hook powered down. The Flay trying to get away from the Darius, but this is the pick potential of the other team. The Nautilus still going down regardless, as now Ping's in the mid lane. They want to dive the Thresh. Probably a dangerous idea when it is a CC monster, but the Galio tank just so strong, and that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
the top lane Galio getting fed.
Yeah, when Galio gets ahead, he just gets so unspeakably tanky that there's just nothing that the enemy team can do to kill him. And I think the kills for Team Fat Neckbeards are going exactly where they want them, onto Nivea, onto Galio. Get those two ahead, and yes, you've got 3 kills onto onto the Lucian, but
Well, that's what I was going to say. The concerning factor for Fat Neckbeards is that only 17 minutes into the game, Twitch is 1v1ing Lucian and winning, despite Lucian using heal. He 1v1'd him in the bot lane, and that was absolutely incredible. Now, he's still down a little bit on farm, but is definitely getting some of these power spikes, and now Malzahar's here with no vision, going to wait for either the Lulu or the Lucian to out, push forward, and should be able to kill, especially with Thresh using the blast cone on the other side. However, in the top lane, they are going to get ganked upon. That's a nice taunt on the slash fire. He's now running. There is a tower up. Oh, just dodges the hook as well. Gonna take a couple shots. We're going to actually skip right down because I want to see this in the bot lane. Is a nice play from Thresh. Gets the hook as well onto the Lucian. He is pulling so far away. There's the Twitch going in deep. Malzahar coming around the corner. Can they get the damage? Malzahar's tanking the turret, and he does exactly what he needs to do as Lucian almost gets the outplay, but Twitch picking up the kill on that one. So 2 more kills going over as a 4-man dive in the bot lane. Slash fire just keeping the rest of the team busy. Knows he's dead. Gets a little damage. He still has heal. He's going in. He uses the ult. Can he get the kill on Nivea? No, he doesn't, and no real surprise
kind of a
there.
waste of the ultimate. Didn't have much of a prayer. I'm pretty sure Egg is up right now.
I think that was just knew that he was dead, so it just burns everything to
Rebirth
buy
is up.
time. But that is going to
Now,
be a
that is
second
2
Drake going
Drakes
over.
on
Masters
the-
overrated. Go ahead.
Overrated. Yeah, 2 Drakes going over to Masters is overrated, which is a big deal. They are trading it for the Rift Herald, which is either the potential trade down or trade up, depending. And
Oh, and Nivea in a pretty tight spot
I
here.
don't
She's
know.
going to have to back
Nivea
through the jungle. Is going to use a nice wall, but there is a Thresh that is right behind her. He is just
might
knowing her
die.
plays.
Oh!
Wow! Does get the hook anyway, and so
The late cleanse.
And I want to check who actually got the... Okay, Galio was able to pick up the Rift Herald. So, I wanted to make sure that I knew who was to pick that up, because he could use it in the mid lane, as that tower's pretty low health, and so that might be a quick
Yeah, it's
and
at
easy
half
mid lane
health. If
turret.
you can get a clean shot on it, it will actually kill. Probably kill in one.
But maybe why he's backing right now is to go ahead and buy, tank up a little bit, and then mid lane to use it. Be the most effective use of it. Twitch and Thresh
The
pick up
most
away from bot
concerning
lane.
point of this game, Fat Neckbeards, is the Twitch. Twitch was not set behind it. Actually pretty far ahead. And Twitch can solo carry a game if done properly.
And that's what I think I like is that Warwick is a little bit of he's actually 3-1, so he's not doing too badly. Definitely somebody you want to get out in a fight. Darius is also going to be in that front line, and so a lot of the Fat Neckbeard's damage is going to be on these 2 frontliners for Masters is Overrated, but the Twitch is just going to be spray and praying from the back line. So it's really, honestly, going to come down to, can the Galio get a taunt on the Twitch, or can Lulu get a whimsy on the Twitch? If they get either of those skills on the Twitch, he's going to be out of the fight. But if they can't, spray prey is going to clean.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the bigger thing is going to be Anivia throwing a stun.
Look at this. This is what I'm talking about.
Is that a kill?
Oh. Lucian, use the heal. And we'll be able to
Flash
get out of that
forward
one.
from Twitch. That's pretty dangerous. An AD carry using the flash for a kill. It's sometimes not even worth it if you get it. It's definitely not worth it.
Oh, he's gonna have to go invisible really quick as Lucian. See, that's a beautiful job from that Twitch, building up the pressure in the bot lane. Galio being forced to use the Rift top lane as mid lane just had all of the pressure from Masters is overrated, and that is gonna be a slow walking Rift Herald. That time. But Darius is by himself, so it should be fine. Twitch gonna be 1v1ing the models in the jungle. There is a Thresh around the corner. He has the lantern. Will it be enough? Lucian coming in. I might just go all in on this, and Twitch does pick up the kill before being shut down. And the Thresh might be getting out of this one. He is on the run. Lucian got a nice relentless pursuit over the wall. Continue to chase down, just buying time. Insomnia on the run, and he's buying time for his team as they pick up this top lane turret. The Rift did nothing.
Yeah, so that's definitely a negative for Fat Neckbeards. They remember they traded the Rift Herald for a
Mountain
Drake. It's worth it if you get 1 to 2 towers, but it's not worth. Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, Slashfire went in deep onto Zephyr, but they are going to get the CC chain now, and that is just beautifully done.
Yeah.
Got the teleport in, got behind Lucian, CC'd him down. Thresh stayed around, did not back, and instead picked that one up. Now Anivia, diving so hard on this tower, was able to finally clean it up in the mid lane because it was at low health, but there is a Warwick right around the corner, and Twitch is going to be the one who maybe finds with that. That is a dead bird, no matter what Galio comes in. Nice 3-man knockup, but immediately flashing out with the ignite and the burn from Malzahar aids, and he's going to be flashing in for the ult on the Nautilus. That is going to be Geeky Asian definitely taken down, and now there's 2 kills down. They are pinging on the Baron. 5-man moving closer towards it. Lucian is the only one of significant damage. Galio around the corner has the Frosty Winds, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Resdra, thank you for Jay chilling.
Wow.
Yeah, this Baron is going down pretty quickly with the Mountain Drake as well.
That was a massive swing.
Now pushing into the 7k gold territory in the lead, as they're all going to back. No even attempt to pick off people or clean it up from Fat Neckbeards. Decided to just back off. And all waves, I think, besides top lane, are pushing for Masters is Overrated at the moment. And so they should be able to either take a fight or do some serious pushing right now.
Yeah, Overrated is really gonna have to round Twitch's. That's their win condition right now, far ahead. No one else on Overrated is really ahead except for Twitch. So if Twitch gets killed, they gotta disengage their run. Now, Malzahar, his single target pick potential, he is actually 4-1. So I wasn't watching the mid lane. He's well. Gotta give props.
Oh, even the Warwick as well, selecting targets very carefully with that ult and using it in conjunction with the
danger
ult as well. This is so bad. The ult immediately onto the Twitch, and he is gone. This is what you were talking about. I was expecting the team to have backed off and headed for Drake, but now the flash from Slashfire. It is a 5v2 in the mid lane. Bot lane is pushing, but they are so going to be counter pushed as Slashfire gets picked up. Great job from that stun on DJ Yasin with the Anivia as well.
One person needs to go back and the rest shove down mid.
Thresh is the only one in the mid lane. He experience from playing a Thresh player, he can do nothing here. Just gonna say that right now. He can.
They shouldn't be diving. They should be taking time.
Yeah, Galio just pushing the Thresh off. Now he does have the Baron empowerment up, and so that is gonna help the minions a little bit. Malzahar finished off the turret. Playing Galio into the turret is gonna get hooked up, and that's gonna be the dead Thresh. However, see, okay, I don't like that at all. They are going to get the inhibitor, but it's just going to be a trade of inhibitors in the mid lane because I'll explain that in a second. As the stun goes down onto Warwick, Twitch going in hard is going to get jumped on by the Galio, just backing off in time. Might get the kill. He does. Picks up the kill. Lucian going in hard, looking for the Galio. Is going to be forced to back off. Egg and Nivea. Okay, this is actually working in favor of Masters is Overrated as they pick up the kill. And that's going to be Twitch picking up a second kill onto the Galio as well. Kills across the map for Masters is Overrated. And somehow they made that play work.
Yeah, I wish I could break that down for you, but my screen has been
Screen has been
So I
what?
haven't actually. My screen has been frozen.
Oh, okay. So I can break it down a little bit. They are pushing and getting the first tier turret in the mid layer. Sorry, the Nexus turrets for Fat and Neckbeards. There's pings to push in. There's pings to back. What will they
Yeah, I
do?
can see them now.
Nautilus is now pushing in, trying to get the wave return. But Darius is here as well. This could be the end of the game. They want to finish it off. Muttret looking just to auto attack the turret.
Wow.
That's gonna be Darius tanking up Lucian calling. Is it gonna be enough? Malzahar very low health and does finally go down. There's
What
so
is
little
Lulu
health
doing
on
right
this
now?
Nexus. It looks like they're just going to get a kill on the Drake and kills over to Fat and Neckbeard as they pick up 3 and the mid lane turret goes down. If they had been a 5-man team, the game would be over. But instead, the Warwick does everything he can to put as much damage on the Nexus as he could. Still went down. Now Twitch is looking to finish it off. Hold on, I gotta go down here. Okay, he is invisible. And he did see. Okay. I was really interested to see. There's the ping solution immediately backing up. Also, like the pickup from. Oh, that it is Nautilus. Yeah, Nautilus picking up the ZZ Rot portal. Knew they were going to be pushed in. Rosahan picks up the ZZ Rot, which will help slow the super minions pushing into the base.
Yeah, getting both Nexus turrets down is nothing to shake.
Oh,
Now they have
absolutely
the
not.
constant pressure of a back door. I don't think there's a
Yeah.
lot that Fat Neckbeards have to
Pay attention to. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about that
yeah.
play in the mid lane. Was the fact that it would have been absolutely terrible if there would have been a trade for trade, but 4 members in the mid lane are going to push so much harder than 2 in the bot lane. However, Thresh holds out just long enough that Twitch can come up, and then Twitch comes in with the Hurricane spray and pray and deals absolutely massive damage. Holds that mid lane turret, and then the 2 bot laners actually stayed bottom lane, was able to get the kill off on Anivia and continue to push it. And that's why the play worked. They were both 100% committed. The bot laners said, "We got this. We're just gonna keep pushing on, hold down the mid lane turret." Thresh survived long enough, played in when he needed to, still died, but all those ultimates were used on him, which means they weren't able to be used on Twitch when he came in, and that's why he had so much damage. So just amazing plays there from Masters of Overrated, even outplaying the caster of me, as I thought that it was going to be an awful play.
Yeah, that was very well played from Anivia to deny the access to the turret. It's not going to mean much, I don't think. They actually might be able to completely deny. Yeah, they're going to deny the take of this turret. For the moment, until they have to go back and clear supers. But Anivia's wave clear is just busted.
Coming in huge right
Ults
now.
the wave and walls down. Have to walk through her ultimate.
Yeah, that is just beautiful play. Now, the time advantage is in Masters of Overrated because they're in a great position with 5-man strong to just hold this out, siege this turret until they go and get. Oh, Thresh looking for a flash play. Gonna get the flay down as well. Throws down the ultimate. 4-man stunned by the Galio. Immediately gonna come back and no, he doesn't. He gets knocked out of the ultimate. That game is over as this team just decimates. Fat Neckbeards Thresh tank the turret the entire time. Twitch picking up a double kill. Darius getting one as well. And now they are gonna push in. There is only the Lulu and Lucian alive. And this is a absolutely gone top lane turret. They don't even care. The Nexus is open. No turrets. Darius the only one sticking around. But that's Twitch gonna crush it. Nice culling there from the Lucian. Might pick up the Thresh. Not even close. He's gonna flash the swag. The game is over as Slashfire tries to pick up another kill. And Twitch finishes it off. Blues 87. Just an incredible finish to the game. What a game. What a game.
Okay. That did not go the way I was expecting.
I finally predicted a game right.
That was excellent. Excellent play. I'm going to have to give honorable mentions and out now. So MVP, I've got split honorables. MVP obviously goes to blue 87 on the Twitch. So much damage, getting ahead in the lane, which is as a former Twitch, super hard to do. Dealing a ton of damage. Actually, Lucian dealt the most damage in the game.
I was gonna say you're actually pretty incredible that Lucian did 3,000 more damage than the Twitch did, because that Hurricane late game, you just saw people's health melt. Now, I guess in part it's because with Malzahar and Darius as well, you kill people too fast for Twitch to do all the damage. But still, good plays on the Lucian to get that much damage. I want to see what's found.
Yeah, the honorable mentions are super hard though, because it's split between Insomnia and Lord Reeves. Because this Thresh, holy crap,
Good play.
is the escapes with chain wall, in several situations sticking around. Possible he would die, saving and getting turnaround kills. Just the unsung hero of bot lane right now. And wherever there's a good AD carry, there's usually a good support behind him. And the support really enables the ADC to win. So as the carry was really coming out of the Twitch in the bot lane, the only prayer that they had in lane. But I really want to give it to Lord Reeves too, because keeping Anivia down, who was their threat, no small feat. So I'm just I'm kind of torn. But as supports, never get it, and Lord Reeves has already gotten 2. Thank you very much. So I think I'm gonna have to give it to Insane for honorable mention.
Definitely got to shout out Mutrut, because these are a lot of plat players, and he is a very low tier player. A lot of people in the comments are saying that Mutrut, again, only died once early game, finally died a second time towards the late mid game, but was 4-1 for most of that game, and really combining his ult nicely with either the CC of the Darius or the CC of the ultimate from Malzahar. And I think one of the, I know it's very small, but to me, one of the biggest plays Mutrut did was just show up in the top lane when Darius was about to die in that early game. Because if either of the Nautilus or Galio was able to pick up that kill, that gold would have been really impactful in snowballing that, and may not have been completely game changer, meant that Darius was at least on even footing during the beginning of that early phase, laning phase. And it highlights one of the most important things about jungler is be a presence. He didn't have ult, he didn't have kill potential on either of the enemy people, but he was a presence in that top lane. And sometimes, especially if you're a jungle, just being there in the lane, making it a 2v2 in person, is far more an impact than actually using your skills and abilities, because just being there changes the game completely. So good positioning by Mutrut to know where to be when.
Yeah. As for the honorable mentions, Team Fat Neckbeards. Oh, okay. We know why they lost.
What's up?
They banned the Urgot.
Oh yeah, exactly. Were we even questioning this game? This was in the bag from the picks and bans phase. I don't even know why we were like analyzing this game. We should have just. There's no reason. Yeah, don't ban.
You never banned the Urgot.
You're not ban. What are you doing? I don't know who decided that was a good idea for Team Fat Neckbeards, but you know. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, good game overall. Tons of fun.
So Zephyr GB, he did the most damage in the game by being on the losing team, and had some sick outplays in the 1v1 setting, which is pretty cool to watch. Second goes to that would be the honorable mention, goes to DJ Y4Sin. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not, once again, but I'm the one shoutcasting, so anyway, but excellent play out of the Anivia, making stuns, using the wall very effectively, wave clearing, and relieving pressure from certain areas of the map. But you ban the Urgot, you're gonna lose.
That's just how it happens. I did want to comment real quick as well. We were talking about with Blues 87. I'm definitely finally getting MVP Because one of the crucial things was that he was able to 1v1 the Lucian or the Lulu in the bottom lane by himself. So much of that mid game, he was holding bot lane by himself, which allowed Insomnia to roam around the map, make some of those plays, land those hooks, find his CC with the other members of the team. And that was pretty darn crucial. It's not very often that you get an AD carry 1v2 in the bot lane and still come out winning. He was able to get the bot lane turret first. And that just goes to not only a good champion pick, also really good mechanical.
That was boy of a game to watch, and really snowballed out of control towards the end. It was just really how fast that game ended. I thought it was going to drag out for a good bit long fight phase, but with that push down in the bottom lane, it ended real quick. Both Nexus towers, and suddenly they were under a ton of pressure. And then, Jake, by the way, Masters is Overrated is still sitting in the, or
Still sitting what?
it's still still sitting in the middle.
I would say it one more time.
The name Masters is Overrated is still sitting in the middle of the screen on the stream.
Which is fine when I'm in this screen. Every now and then I
Okay.
switch over. Like if I'm in advanced details on the graphs, it actually works really well as well. Because you can still see is fine. I was just momentarily stats people are first taken. Also hard first 2 towers that game, and then highlighting on Fresh picking up 9 ward kills. It's really good. Like the warding on both teams was pretty darn good. Obviously a little bit more side because we could more out to ward. We behind as much, but still darn good warding on both sides of the team. But not only is warding important, clearing wards as well, because Thresh was just shot. It's a really, really good ward clearing on that. And that's just something that usually doesn't get highlighted, but I wanted to point that out because that was really good. I know, as a Thresh main and a support main, I don't clear nearly that. It's a good game if I clear 2 wards. I'm just that bad at it. Anyways.
Anyway, excellent plays out of both sides. It was
Just